Hope will arise out of the ashes of our past broken relationships, fractured families, and personal struggles. Come walk a mile with me as we allow Jesus to clean out the mess and organize the rest. Welcome to the Bridging Broken to Breakthrough podcast. I am your host, Maria Wingard. Grab your shoes, lace them up as we start strolling through this week's episode. March on with hopeful hearts. Part 4. We see God's grace flowing by our branches that bend without breaking. This is how you know God has your heart in His hands. This is when you realize the gray of January did not freeze your love and pollute your soul with bitterness. This is when you see the tiny seed that was buried, thought dead, survive the winter of the soul by breaking ground to blossom into a great mighty oak tree. Choosing to believe in the ultimate goodness of God and that He loves you in the midst of winter while choosing to hold on to His loving hand bridges the gap disappointment creates. Somehow, you find yourself marching on with the God-infused heart beating strong inside of you, loving all people with no conditions attached, knowing they're not worthy and that neither are you. Quote, I am what I love, and I will love you like Jesus, because of Jesus, through the strength of Jesus. I will love when I am not loved back. I will love when I am hurt and disappointed and betrayed and inconvenienced and rejected. I will simply love. No expectations, no conditions, no demands. Love is not always agreement with someone, but it's always sacrifice for someone. Anne Voskamp. The blood of Jesus becomes our righteousness. His heart becomes the reason we can love the unlovable without expectations of reciprocity. His blood lovingly replaces our fear-contaminated blood with a holy transfusion. This is how you can choose to wear Christmas socks even in the gray of January. You may not be in Christmas season, but you've experienced it enough to know it will come again. Hope arises inside your soul. Knowing that God is love and He loves you enough to say, quote, I will never leave you nor forsake you, Hebrews 13:5, somehow becomes more than empty words spoken. This hope of what is to come, the heart of February, is what allows you to march on. The promise of rescue, the promise of hope, the promise of eternity, all with Him after a lifetime on earth being granted the glorious gift of holding on to His hand. God never promised a trouble-free life, just to walk with us in our hearts through all of it. Quote, I will walk by faith and not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. I whisper this to myself as I slip on my Christmas socks. Faith is a little like wearing Christmas socks in January. People will think you're a bit delusional, maybe a little bit out of touch with reality. All they can see is the gray of January with the winter beauty and glitz of Christmas long faded from sight and memory. To most, wearing Christmas socks symbolizes a lack of acceptance to Christmas being over and done with, a lack of preparation for the correct season. Or is it? I believe January is the perfect time for the hopeful joy of Christmas socks and the remembrance of what is possible when Jesus shows up. Maybe faith, like Christmas socks, is the only way to make it through the gray of January so that we can embrace the love found in February. Joyous love is the strength needed to march on into our promised land. Rest in the love of the Father, my friend. In Him, you will renew the strength, love, and wisdom that needs restored from battles fought leaving Egypt. In the quiet of the morning, I hope you become contemplative in the way I would imagine a battle-weary soldier would be in coming home. For each of us, leaving Egypt provides much to be grateful for, yet so much to grieve. Lord, it's your nail-pierced hands that gave me the seeds of hope and faith I need to grow inside my heart. Lord, walk with us in the quiet. Talk with us before the sun peeks at us across the horizon. Let us climb into your lap and be timeless for just a moment. Let your presence fall like snow on Christmas Day. I want to be in the holy hush of your weighty presence. Please drown out everything but the whisper of your heart. In times of extreme uncertainty, sometimes our biggest victory is silent gratitude in the quiet of the morning, thankful for another day of possibilities. It's only through you, Lord, that I have the strength to put on your Christmas socks of hope and faith so that you, the Prince of Peace, can guide me as I march on. Allow me to be emptied out and filled up with you, Lord, so that I am merely a glove on the hand of a holy God. I am grateful you decided to walk a mile with me, your host, Maria Wingard, on the Bridging Broken to Breakthrough podcast. I pray that through our conversation, Jesus reveals how he is bridging broken to breakthrough as we stroll through another mile in this journey called life. Hope will arise if you let him in your life today. To listen to past episodes or find out more, please visit hopewillarise.com.